Now, residents of Lamu at the Kenyan coast have for decades depended mainly on two industries for their livelihood: tourism and fishing. Now, the latter has mostly been neglected for years by previous governments in Kenya, despite it being extremely potential. Here's CCTV's Maria Galang speaking to the county government's fisheries executive to find out exactly what new measures are being put in place to boost the sector, while at the same time protecting the livelihoods of Lamu's fisherfolk.
Recently, the government has been investing a lot in the blue economy and in fisheries. Just how much potential does this sector have specifically here in Lamu?
When we talk about fisheries and Kenya, we would say Lamu is one of the fishing hubs in the country. This is where especially the migratory pelagic, the high value migratory pelagic tuna and tuna-like fishes aggregate in areas like Lamu. They are very rich. We were also very close to Somali waters, which are also very rich in this kind of fishery. So Lamu is one of the fishing hubs in the country, actually the best, especially looking at the statistics that say 75%, for instance, of all the lobsters in the country for local consumption and also for export come from Lamu.
Okay, tell us about some of the measures that the government is implementing to ensure that the fishermen of Lamu remain empowered.
We have a lot of hopes, especially with projects like LAPSET, which will open up the area. The tarmacking of the Lamu-Mombasa road has also started, which also will open up the region and make it easier for the fisherfolks to transport the landings to the larger Mombasa and Nairobi markets. As a county government, we've taken this opportunity to try and tap into the areas that before were non-existent, like cold chain storage, which is very, very critical for fisheries, considering the shelf life of the fishery product is very, very short. With now electricity, we are tapping both green renewable power, like solar-powered blast freezers. We are putting up solar-powered blast freezers, as well as ice-making machines, the cold chain storage facilities across the county.
Fishermen here in Lamu County are very traditional. They go out to fish using the dhow boat. Is there really a way to merge the traditional ways with modern fishing?
I think the biggest challenge had been marginalization, and most of the fishing vessels you see in Lamu, they are locally made. So what we do, or what the kind of fishing we practice, is inshore fishery, which we just fish around the reef. We don't do deep sea fishing because of previously the lack of equipment, which right now the county government is working on. We have been training fishers. We've been doing a lot of scientific research as a department to try and establish the kind of species that we have, the abundance of the species that we have underwater in our Lamu waters. We've been researching and also training our fisherfolks on different or new fishing methods, which are low impact and sustainable kind of fishery that we are moving towards. We are also developing a number of management plans to try and make sure that we have a sustainable fishery and that we can carry on for years to come.